LeBron James. Cavs have lost 6 out of 8. We're not better than last year from a personnel standpoint. We're a top-heavy team. I just hope we're not satisfied. It's like when you don't have bodies, it's tough. We're top-heavy. It's me, Kyrie, Kevin Love. It's top-heavy. I'm not singling out anybody. I'm not. Yeah, we won the championship, but you know what? Let's see if we can do something. Challenging Dan Gilbert also to spend more. And Kevin Garnett in Area 21 got Rasheed Wallace hanging with him tonight. Your reaction. Just fill in the blank. LeBron James' comments were blank.
Surprising, because when you're a champion, and fill in this one when you want, you take on whatever the year is giving you. And I'm speaking from experience, right? The year is going to be ups and downs. It's going to be peaks and valleys.
Defending champs.
You got to know that you're getting everybody's best, first off, right?
Yeah.
Secondly, nothing's going to be perfect during the year. You're going to go through ups and downs, and through those peaks and valleys is what you learn about your teammates, what you learn about yourself, what you learn about everybody around you, the organization, everybody.
Well, what they're going through is the same thing. Last year, okay, they were on the way to winning the championship.
Right.
So a lot of the baskets, a lot of the things they were able to get away with from the front office all the way down to the floor.
Right.
But now you're defending champion. So now you are under that microscope just a little bit more. It's focused in a little bit more on you.
You're expected to win.
We're expecting you to do this. We're expecting you to do that all the way from the front office all the way down to the floor.
And on top of that, I want to add on, when champions go through stuff like this, we deal with it in the locker room. We're not talking to the media about anything other than win.
New age, social media.
I'm giving perspective here, and that's what I'm saying. We're teaching here. So with that, you deal with it each other, because you know who's going to get us out of this? Each other. No one's coming through this door. The mentality is to take care of it right now, and us.
And address the issue face to face.
And be man about it. So, that's our view on the issue. I feel like Cleveland's a championship pedigree. This type of behavior, this is when you're trying to make the playoffs. So when you're trying to figure out an identity. When you're a champion, you deal with it
and this is normal. This is normal that's happening in that locker room. It's just that you're hearing about it now because of the whole social media era. But this is normal for the locker room.
Let me go here, and I'll ask you, Chuck, with Tissot on the clock. Same kind of question I asked KG. LeBron James' comments were blank.
Inappropriate, whiny, all the above. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they have given him everything he wanted. They have the highest payroll in NBA history. He wanted J.R. Smith last summer. They paid him. He wanted Shumpert last summer. They bought in Kyle Korver. He's the best player in the world. Does he want all the good players? He don't want to compete. He is an amazing player. But this notion, they're the defending champs. And for him to be trying to hold anything over Dan Gilbert's head, and I love all these wild punk-ass reporters on television who's afraid to call LeBron. LeBron's a great player and a great guy. But this notion, he's got to have all the best players on his team. He's got Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. He wants everybody. He don't want to compete. He want to be the favorite all the time. It just pisses me off that a guy that great don't want to compete.
His comments were what, Kenny?
Inappropriate. And
you stole his answer.
Yeah, it was inappropriate. And
you cheated off my test. That's why he's successful today.
But I'll tell you what. Everyone has his perspective. This is our perspective. But we can't understand your perspective when you are the best player in the world. We can't understand your perspective when you have 2 All-Stars. We just can't understand it. So it's like the guy who says, well, I got a Lamborghini, I got a Bentley and a Ferrari, but I need an everyday car, man. We can't understand that perspective, man. I'm sorry. You have 3 of the best cars in the world. So, and you need an everyday Chevy to get you around, a U-Haul, things around. We can't have sympathy for you. You could have that perspective, but we can give you no sympathy when you are LeBron James, the best player in the world, with all of those tools, top-heavy tools. We cannot have any sympathy. That's my understanding of it.
Jack.
His comments were inappropriate, but Chuck, don't ever say LeBron doesn't want to compete. Does he need all the good players on this team to win? Yes. It's inappropriate because I think in a professional manner he could have went upstairs. They have great history, have some bad history, but the history was rekindled. He should have went upstairs.
But you don't think there's something wrong with even wanting more?
No, let me
like
finish.
from where
No,
you
it's
are
not.
now. You don't
It's
think
not.
that
No.
there is something fundamentally
wrong.
with that.
Something fundamentally
Like with
wrong.
saying that he wants more.
You played for a team that had big four. You forgot about that?
What big four?
You, Akeem, Scotty.
First of all,
it doesn't matter.
No, that wasn't even close.
That
It doesn't matter.
No, it's not even close.
It doesn't
We
matter.
were all old men way past our prime.
It doesn't
This guy
matter.
just won the championship. He got a young Kyrie Irving and a terrific Kevin Love. And
Yeah,
now,
but it takes more than that to win the
they
championship.
just won the championship. What do you mean it takes more?
Okay.
They
It
just
takes
won the championship.
First of all, you know nothing about going back to back.
No,
I do, and Kenny do. You listen. Teams are coming at his head. They need more. They need a big shot Bob. They need a guy like Kenny Smith. They need a playmaker like LeBron said. It's only inappropriate because he went to the media. He should have went to Dan Gilbert and said, "Hey, I need help." Boom, boom, boom. And they should have had a private conversation. But don't ever say LeBron don't want to
Hey,
compete.
listen, he says he need help. Listen, he's the best player in the world. He's got plenty of help. Why don't he
Well,
take
doesn't he's looking at, don't you think, looking at Golden State and saying, boy, they added Kevin Durant.
But
That's none of his business, Ernie.
I know, but
That's-
don't you think
He want to be the GM for every team in the league
no,
now?
I'm just saying, don't you think that provides his view of where Cleveland is and their chances
Cleveland's
of repeating?
done everything. Ernie, they got the highest payroll
look,
in the
I'm not
league.
saying,
They don't have any
I'm not
tradable
saying that.
parts.
I'm just trying to say why
he
LeBron might be
doesn't have
looking
the
at that
right.
as saying,
No, Kenny, go ahead.
he says, we're not as good and they're better than
He
they
doesn't
were.
have that right because what Kevin Durant did was not ordinary. That was extraordinary. That doesn't happen in our lifetime. That's the first time that's happened in basketball lifetime, where a guy who was on a team that was up 3-1 and was about to go to the NBA Finals goes to the team that beats them. That doesn't happen. So you cannot compare what Golden State has to what the world has. LeBron James, regardless, is the best player in the world, the most difficult player to guard at this stage of his career.
But he has a right to-
We cannot have any sympathy for you.
And Ernie,
and we can't understand your
let me say
perspective.
one thing,
That's
too.
all.
Not looking for your
We're not saying
Yeah,
that
you're
it's
not
right
looking
or
for your
wrong.
Let me tell you something, Ernie.
But when you announce it to the media, you are looking for.
First of all, we don't even know what's going to happen in the finals. But if LeBron James is able to beat the Golden State Warriors or the San Antonio Spurs, his legacy is going to grow through the roof. But this notion, listen, the Cleveland Cavaliers have the highest payroll in the NBA.
I'm granting you that. I understand that.
But Ernie, wait, Ernie, this ain't like a 7-Eleven. You can just go in and buy anything. They're trying to make trades. They got lucky getting Kyle Korver. Like, Kyle Korver's a good player. They gave up Mike Dunleavy, who wasn't even playing. But they say, like, you can just say, hey, let me go get this player here, there. They got the highest payroll in the league. They paying $40, $50 million in luxury.
If they were under the cap, he might have a point. But when you're the highest paid team in the NBA,
By far.
you don't have a leg to stand on when you make that comment. Now, you could say, we need to make our young guys who are here, we need to get them ready quicker and figure out a way because you have no movable income and movable parts because you are the highest paid team. You did everything that you could do. You
And
spent
that's why
the
I
most.
said, and that's why I said he should have had that conversation with Dan Gilbert instead of going to the media.
Okay.
And that's the
I
only
agree with
problem
that.
we have with it, Shaq.
No, you're saying he don't want to compete. Do he want to have the best player? Yeah, he want to have the best player.
We all want the best players, but
Okay.
he's the defending NBA champion.
And
they act
need
like
better
they don't
players.
have a chance.
And
They have
need
a chance. He's
and
the
they need
best
better
player in the
players.
world.
That's okay, and they need better players.
Let's switch